Hey friends, it is welcome back to my intuition strengthening workshop that I'm doing for us every week. If you missed the first episode, please do check it out and leave your comments on that side regarding what you see here. Please do, and if you want more context, yes, please do check out that website. That video. It's right up here in the end cards, and it's going to be in my description box. So basically what we're doing here is strengthening our intuitive skills, our intuitive abilities, and expanding our horizons so that we can become more intuitive and better readers, and I would love for you to go down this journey of trying different cards, decks that don't have any words at all, and I'm going to introduce different styles of art and even wordless picture books that I used to read to my daughter. We would just create our own stories. We would intuitively create our own interpretations for each of the pictures that we saw, and there were no words involved. So I want to expand our horizons and just give us little fun exercises and maybe some homework. But please take your time. If you missed this part of the series, please do always check out the previous one every Thursday, and I even have a playlist down below so you can keep everything organized. Alright, so this is what we have for last week, and then I'm going to give us our new assignment. So basically, a lot of you said different things. See, that's what I love. There's no wrong way to interpret and decipher your cards. There's no way that you can get it wrong, especially if you use a spread. If you use I would suggest getting a spread like this, or just creating your own spread. I love creating my own spread. I create my own impromptu spreads in my personal readings because it depends on the person's question and their energy. And so this is the lovely spreads deck by Starseed Academy, and she created this awesome series, or this deck of beautiful spreads you can try. Some of them are very familiar and others I've never heard before. So I would suggest you create a spread for yourself when it comes to your wordless cards, so that you know what category or what place to piece them in. It's like a puzzle board. This goes in the what I should know. This goes what I should be aware about, or what I should learn. This should go in the what my guidance is for the week, and then you'll know how to piece them together in your brain. So I'm going to do the sunflower spread. This one's really calling to me. So I'm going to just read some of these comments just to, share with you. So Wisdom Amethyst Cam says, I feel like this spread represents making decisions and moving forward with the bunny and choosing which door to go to and wrapping his mind around making the right choice and looking into the future with a fine-tooth comb, all the cracks and crevices. Yeah. See, everybody's interpretation is their own. There's no right way or wrong way to read oracles, or right or wrong way to read cards that don't have words on them, because it depends on where your intuition wants to take you. That's what I love about wordless decks and oracles. There's more flexibility. And even if you get a word on your oracle, feel free to, you don't have to go there. If you get a word, here. I don't mean to plug in my card, but let's say you get an image, right? And the word is not matching. Feel free to go with just the image, as simple as the image may be. Maybe a tree. What does the tree mean to you? You don't always have to use the creator's words. You don't. That's what I've learned. Because your intuition probably plucks the card out just to help you with get your message by giving you the image, and then the bonus would be the word. But if it doesn't apply, then you can let it fly. That's what I've learned. So what else? We have, I see a person, this is from Woohoo Tarot. I see a person who has more than one opportunity and may need to make a decision. Number 2, there could be people jealous of the person, their opportunities, and waiting to stab them in the back. See, with that knife. It's freaking amazing how people can just spin this their own way. Number 3, look within to find answers. Trust your intuition and use common sense. Yes, look at that. And I bet you next week, 2 months from now, you probably get a different message. That's the beauty. That's why you can use these cards over and over and over and over and over. It's freaking amazing. Just like with other oracles and tarot, of course. But it's amazing. So thank you, Woo Hotel. Thank you, Cam Cam. And then Triple Moon Goddess says, I see this person is thinking of the best door to the higher self, and the green bean card is choosing the best way of life and doing healthy things, trying to build healthy lifestyles. What else? And then we have this one. The hand card is making the best choices to connect with themselves and source by living a healthy lifestyle, and this will help them focus better. See? This is about healthier lifestyles, making healthier choices. See? This is amazing. I love it. All right. And then we have Makoito. I agree with Woohoo. I choose the door on the left because it looks the most inviting. Card 2 seems to me like a person who is about to get injured in order to reach a certain goal. And card 3 seems like a person who tries to read from the hand. See? Wow. See what I'm saying? It depends on your mood, your feeling, the question you're asking. Maybe you're going through something and you can totally relate to these images. And then you put in your own intuitive spin on it, you know? That's freaking amazing. And then we have Unitedly Random. So thank you, Makoito. Thank you for this. I really appreciate your input and that you're doing this with us. And then Unitedly Random says, card number 1 reminds me of the 7 of Cups energy and a bit of the 5 of Cups energy. The idea is choices for me. There are many. Moving away from the spilled milk in the 5 cups, but having resolved that the 7 of Cups lacks. Wearing the armor signifies to me that the bunny has been through a lot to get to that point. Wow. And then this one. Card number 2 is the obstacles, and I can't help but take it as an internal conflict. The vines represent my nurture versus nature for me. Nature is wild and unpredictable, but if the vines were cared for, would they be so engulfing? The knife represents thoughts to me. The vines represents a brain. And then this one, for card number 3, this is the guidance, and I believe it is to tell me to focus on my potential. The left hand tends to be the quality skills you are born with in palmistry. See, I love this, and you can tell, you know, there's some similarities in, you know, how people perceive this card, you know, and this card and this card. It's freaking amazing. I love it. So I'm going to give you my little spiel, and it might be a little long. That's because I was really, like, into it. I'm like, oh, my gosh, I was having fun. So if you want to skip ahead, go for it. If you want to make it faster, go for it. But here's my little spiel. And then don't leave yet because I'm going to incorporate a new deck for us to practice with. All right, here we go. The first one is the bunny here. And to me, this is saying that because of all the hard work that I poured into myself and into my projects and into you know, my Etsy shop, my YouTube, because of that, you know, I'm getting the bunny, putting eggs in different baskets, the Easter bunny. Because of all the hard work, all the eggs that I put in different baskets are presenting opportunities for me. And now I have different doors waiting here available for me to just open up whenever, you know, whenever I feel like it, or I have the doors ready here waiting for me, and I'm here ready to tackle whatever is coming next. So I have 3 doors, and I feel like you can't really see all the other doors, all the other opportunities, because the camera is zoomed a little bit close. You know, we're zoomed all the way into the wall, so you can't see all the other doors on the right, on the left, up above, and one door is opening another door, and, you know, one door closed before me or in back of me. And now I'm here ready to tackle on whatever these doors have in front of me. So I'm getting like the Knight of Swords energy of me saying, come on, I'm ready to take on whatever. Like the Queen of Swords also, yeah, come on, I challenge you. Why? Or you can challenge me, universe. I'm ready to tackle anything that you put in front of me. Door number 1, 2, 3, come on, I'm ready. Let's go for it. I feel like the bunny, he is ready to put more eggs in these in the baskets that are behind these doors, like ready for more work. And I'm protecting myself. I have my armor and protecting my crown chakra. Look, I got the helmet over my head. So that's how I see this. And now the second one, what my obstacles are. So, you know, I feel like I was distracted before, or I was disheartened, whatever you want to call it, because I do have the armor. So look, I'm still with the sword. Here I am, ready to tackle on anything and ready to cut things that don't serve me. And so if I was distracted or feeling like something was holding me back, I'm cutting that away. I'm taking myself out of the problems, out of the situation, out of things that are not in alignment with my soul and with my being. And so I feel that this is me trying to break away from old patterns, whatever is like hindering my growth, whether it's like a distraction, like me watching too much Netflix, whatever. I'm breaking cycles and I'm freeing myself. And now I'm going to be able to focus on what's really important, all my priorities. Because like I said, I have all these doors in front of me, so I don't have time to spend on distractions, temptations, or negative forces, or things that even want to drain my energy and pull me down. Like these vines are pulling this knife, trying to grab a hold. And the knife is like saying, nope, no, I'm cutting you away. You don't have a purpose in my life. And so that's what my obstacles are, is that I'm trying to find my strength to cut through this big thick vine. This knife is like a butter knife almost, and it's very, 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 very difficult to cut vine or anything that's so challenging with just something very, very simple like a butter knife. But like I said, we're going from the Knight of Swords, and then we have this little knife here. So I'm determined. I am diligent. I will get through this thick vine. I will. And so what my guidance is to overcome this obstacle is to break the patterns and really look at the patterns that I was in before. It's like over and over. I was like repeating the same stuff, just like these patterns on the hand. It looks like they're interlocking, but it seems like the lines are just continuous, like they just keep running through the hand, and then it wraps around the fingers. So it's like I feel like these are patterns that I have to really look into. It's like saying don't go back to how things were before. Break your cycle and don't go back to that person. Don't go back to that friendship. Leave the past in the past and really dive into your future and see that it's like saying, please see what scarred you. It looks like it kind of looks like scars, like somebody scratched themselves also. It looks like either like this person really went through it, and they have rough hands now because of what they went through in the past. So to me, this is like saying, okay, you went through a rough start or whatever. You just came out of something that was very traumatizing, and maybe you cut yourself a little bit with that knife, that butter knife, and you caused yourself a little bit of scarring, but you learned your lesson. You are protected now. You have your armor. You know what signs, what patterns to look out for, what red flags to look out for. We have a lot of red here. And now that you can recognize the red flags and the patterns, now you can navigate through your life without falling back into these old cycles, these old lines, these old patterns. And so it's telling me to really, really look deep into my past and try not to repeat it. Alright friends, now that we are done, thank you so much. Let me know what you thought, if you could relate to anything that I said in my interpretation of those 3 cards. And now we're going to get into Visions of the Oracle. Oracle of the Visions. Let's use the sunflower spread, and we're going to have 3 positions again. Number 1, turn to the light. So I've never done this spread before, to be honest. So I'm going to go intuitively. I'm not going to just assume I know what she meant by turning to the light. But intuitively, I'm feeling like turn to the light means what needs to come out, what needs to be shed by the sun. Or not shed, shined on by the sun. What do we need to, what secrets do we need to reveal? If we're hiding something, a part of ourselves, why hide? What do we need to bring out of the shadows? That's how I'm gathering this. But please, like I said, use your own intuition. What do you feel this means? Turn to the light. You interpret it how you wish. See, this is an exercise in and of itself. Just because you have words here doesn't mean that you have to follow them. So by all means, if you want to create your own spread for this, go for it. And you don't have to listen to my spread, So number 2, grow tall. How can you grow tall? How can you gain more confidence? How can you gain a thicker skin? How can you build your backbone? And number 3, seeds of abundance. What can you look forward to? What will you be abundant in? So that's how I'm going to interpret this, but feel free to make your own spread with the sunflower picture, okay? All right. So let's see. Number 1. And if you want to mute this portion so you can create your own spread, go for it. If you want to do this assignment with us, go for it. I want you to feel flexible. I don't want you to feel like you have to do everything that we're doing, you know, when it comes to these images that you're about to see. So number 1, turn to the lights. Much love, and put some music. I'll put some music on so you can relax. I will calm myself down though. I feel like I'm a little anxious only because I'm excited, and I don't want you to pick up on that energy. So we're gonna light up some sage so that we can totally collect our thoughts and our intuition and not feel rushed or pick up on my hyper energy, because I know I can be hyper at times. So, really take it easy. Breathe with me. In, out. In and out. Alright, let's calm ourselves, push our thoughts out. Let's try to intuitively connect. Alright. See, now I feel good. Alright. First one is what needs to be revealed, right? Let's see. And I will zoom in, my friends. Yes. What? Oh my gosh, we're talking about turning to the light. Look at that. Turn to the light. And this a lot of light. This is incredible. So take some time. Pause the video if you need to. No rush. And some side notes. What is happening to her? How do you think she's feeling? What colors do you notice that can contribute to her feeling or to what she's doing, Sometimes red can mean a certain thing to you. Purple can mean a certain thing. And look at what is happening around her. Not just to her, what she's doing, but around her. Alright, like I said, no rush. There's no right way, there's no wrong way. Please do take your time, write down your notes, and leave them in the comments. And try not to look at anybody else's, just so that you don't deprive yourself, You want to come to your own conclusions first, and then you can write them in the comments, and then look at everybody else's after. Alright. Now, the second position is, how can you boost your confidence? How can you grow tall? Look at her facial expression. And if you notice, there are 2 moons in these 2 cards. So that can mean something else, If you, I like to put everything in sequence, so this can be, I'm not going to, influence you at all, but just think how they can tie together if you wanted them to. You don't always have to tie your readings together, Okay, and the last card, what seeds are you abundant in? What are you so lucky to have? What do you have that you're abundant in? It can be your gifts, your knowledge, friendships, money. Let's figure it out. What are you abundant in? Pause the video if you need more time, no rush. What do you feel is the reason why she trusts this bird so much? Why do you think this bird trusts her? Okay, friend, so that is what we have for this assignment. Let me know if you have done this by leaving comments below. I would love, love, love to compare our notes. Like I said, none of our answers are right. They're not wrong. I mean, they are right, but I'm saying to us they're right. They might not be right for somebody else because they might see it differently. But there's no wrong way to really interpret your own cards. You know, they're up to your intuition and how you're feeling, what you're thinking. All of those things come together, you know, and how you place them. Like if you're using a spread, you can totally get your answers directly, you know, or indirectly by just going and picking every image apart. You might come to your conclusion after you really started speaking about this one image. You might get something totally different towards the end of your message. So I would also suggest for you to speak out loud what you see. Speak out loud what you see and type it as you're speaking. I don't know, like I feel that it's very important to always speak what we see, because then we're listening to ourselves and we're hearing how it sounds, and then all of a sudden it ignites something inside of us to add more pieces, you know? Like I know if I do my readings silently, it's just thoughts, but if I speak it, it's like, oh, I'm putting a lot more energy to form those particular words, and then when I hear them, I hear how they sound. It might sound weird, but then I end up putting more pieces to make it sound better, and I feel that that's very important, you know, and it's very important as far as, you know, becoming a better reader. Speaking is so important when you're doing readings for people. I don't know how people do email readings. I need to learn. I can't do it. I can't. I'm a vocal person. But I also feel that that's my calling. Not to write, but to be very expressive with my hands and my words. Because that's the only way I can iron out my own wrinkles. So I invite you to do the same. Speak and write what you're feeling, or speak and type, or speak first and then remember what you spoke about and then type it really quick before you forget again. So thank you for watching. You have a lovely day. All the decks that I used will be down below in my description box. And I will, you know what, actually I'm going to do my own assignment so I don't forget. I don't want to look at your stuff before I am able to do so. And yeah, this deck will be down below. And the next one we're going to go into is this one right here, the Chicoli Oracle. I'll see you next time. Thank you for being here, and I can't wait to hear what you think. Bye-bye.